Imagine it's 1917. You're deep in the trenches of the Western Front. Shells are exploding, your only communication lines are cut, your unit is pinned down and cut off from the rest of your company. And the only thing standing between you and certain catastrophe is a small, flame-coated dog sprinting through no man's land with your message strapped to its collar. That dog was an Irish Terrier. And if you've never heard of this breed before, you're about to wonder how on earth that's possible. Because this dog is one of the most extraordinary animals in history. Let's wind the clock back. Even before World War I, the Irish Terrier is possibly the oldest of the terrier breeds native to Ireland. Though pinning down its exact ancestry is difficult, with record-keeping being scarce in these times. The breed most likely originates back to an ancient, rough-coated black and tan terrier, which was cultivated by the early inhabitants of Britain and Ireland, a dog noted by Greek writers as being carefully bred from each generation to the next. Over centuries, that ancient dog evolved into something uniquely Irish, hardy, courageous, humorous, and deeply suited to life alongside working people. An old Irish writer captured this perfectly, calling the breed the poor man's sentinel, the farmer's friend, and the gentleman's favourite. Three distinctly different roles that speak to just how versatile this breed really was. Robust enough to protect the potato patch, quick enough to catch vermin and small game, and gentle enough with children and family, it was the ultimate all-purpose companion in Ireland. The Irish Terrier formally became a recognised breed in the 1870s, when showing dogs was becoming fashionable across Britain and Ireland. At their debut show, the dogs differed enormously in size and colour, yet certain qualities were already consistent. A wiry, weather-resistant coat, a good length of body, and that famous Irish temperament. Sensitive, spirited, and brave. In 1879, the first Irish Terrier Club was formed in Dublin, and a breed standard was established. And here's a genuinely fascinating and important piece of history. The movement against ear cropping, a common and cruel practice of the time, was pioneered by the Irish Terrier Club. It grew so rapidly in support that by the end of 1889, the Kennel Club ruled that no Irish Terrier whelped after that date was eligible to compete if cropped. That decision ultimately led to a ban on ear cropping for all breeds in Britain. The Irish Terrier changed the game for every dog in the show ring, largely unnoticed nowadays. By the 1880s, the Irish Terrier was the fourth most popular breed in England. And that popularity spread quickly to the United States, where the American Kennel Club recognized the breed in 1885. As for that iconic red coat, it's said to have come from a single bitch called Poppy who threw pups all of the same fiery color. By the early 20th century, that red coat had become the breed's defining signature amongst the many working terrier breeds. So what should an Irish Terrier actually look like? Breed standards describe the ideal Irish Terrier as racy, red, and rectangular, powerful without being heavy, and proportionately longer in body than many other terriers. They're a medium-sized dog, standing around 18 to 20 inches at the shoulder. Solid in stature, but also agile and elegant, with a deep, muscular chest, a long head, strong jaws, forward-folding ears, and sharp, alert eyes that seem to miss absolutely nothing, and a personality that thinks they're a much larger dog sometimes. That wiry, dense double coat isn't just for looks. It protects the dog from rain and cold, and when properly maintained, an Irish Terrier barely sheds. For anyone who's ever vacuumed a sofa 3 times in a week because of a dog, that alone is a selling point. Now, temperament. And this is where things get really interesting. Known historically as the daredevil, the Irish Terrier gained a reputation for its adaptability, loyalty, and fearless courage. It's a dog with a mind of its own, full of fun and mischief, but also deeply sensitive and loyal to its family. They're wonderful with children, naturally alert as watchdogs without being excessive barkers, and they can be just as content relaxing indoors as they can be charging across a field. One thing to be aware of: Irish Terriers, can sometimes prefer to be the solo pet in the home, and early socialization matters. They are true terriers after all, and that dominant independent streak is very much baked in, with socialization being a key factor in their day-to-day behavior. Colonel Edwin Richardson, founder of the British War Dog School, praised the breed's intelligence, forward temperament, cheerfulness in the face of adversity, and above all their extraordinary loyalty to their handlers with unfailing courage. High praise from a colonel, and as we're about to see, it was truly earned in the most brutal conditions imaginable. At the start of the First World War, Irish Terriers were deployed to act as watchdogs, sentinels, and message carriers for the military. Not guard dogs like German shepherds are seen, but to alert predominantly. Their reputation, already well established, was only enhanced in the trenches by their sharpness and sheer fearlessness. The conditions these dogs worked in are almost impossible to comprehend today. Shelled terrain, gas pervading the air, barbed wire everywhere, illness and disease, darkness, and through all of it, these small red dogs ran. Colonel Richardson wrote of them with proudly unmistakable admiration, stating that the Irish Terriers of the service more than met expectations, and that many soldiers were kept alive because of their efforts. They were also invaluable in the rat-infested trenches, their natural instinct as hunters making them extraordinarily effective at controlling the vermin that plagued soldiers day and night. It was grim work, but it mattered. And if you've kept a terrier before, you know that this is their genetic gift and life's calling. Then there's the story of Prince, a part Irish Terrier whose loyalty bordered on the miraculous. When his owner, Private James Brown, left Ireland for the front, Prince was taken to London for safekeeping. He vanished. And somehow, in a journey that has never been fully explained, Prince crossed the English Channel and found his way to his owner in France. He was embraced by the battalion, fitted with his own uniform, quickly becoming a morale lifter for the men around him, serving the very practical role of ratter. A hero in every sense of the word. And here's a wonderfully human detail about the breed's wartime reputation. Richardson noted that while Irish Terriers were hardy, swift, and gifted as messenger dogs, they were sometimes too easily distracted by the need to greet friends, old, new, or imagined. Even under fire, the Irish Terrier couldn't resist saying hello. This shows why they're still an incredibly individually minded and friendly breed that has remained in homes over a century later. Today, on London's Park Lane, the Animal War Memorial features a frieze depicting every type of animal that served with the British Armed Forces. And there, representing the canine heroes of the First World War, is the head of an Irish Terrier. So, where does the Irish Terrier stand today? Somewhat surprisingly, this remarkable breed has faded from the spotlight it was once in. Unfortunately, in the UK, Irish Terrier numbers have dropped low enough to place them on the Kennel Club's list of vulnerable native breeds. A term you'd hope would never apply to a dog this capable and this characterful. They thrive with active families who can match their energy, and they adapt well to both rural and city environments, taking everything in their forward stride. They're remarkably robust dogs with few serious health concerns, and that wiry coat, low shedding and low maintenance once you learn to hand strip it, makes them a practical choice as well as a joyful one. If this breed speaks to you, it's well worth seeking out a reputable breeder or connecting with an Irish Terrier rescue organization. Dogs this special deserve the right home. The Irish Terrier is a dog that built farms, guarded homes, hunted alongside its owners, changed the law on ear cropping, sprinted through shellfire to save soldiers' lives, and crossed the English Channel to find a man it loved. And somehow it remains one of the least talked about breeds in the world. Maybe that's the most Irish Terrier thing of all. Quietly extraordinary, asking for no credit, loyal to the end. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe and suggest any ideas for future videos on your favorite dogs. See you soon!